a friend in need. I can remember being in the 4th grade. Now, I'm a teacher. I was in the 4th grade and I hated division. I could not stand it. I refused to learn. And one day I was off the bus at Sarah's house and I said, she said, let's play. I said, well, Sarah, I can't. I've got to do these darn division problems. She said, give me the paper. She did my problems in 5 minutes and we played.
Were any of them correct?
Pardon?
Were any of them correct?
They were all correct. Oh, boy. Teacher says, wow, you caught on to that. Oh, no. If you want a friend, Sarah and Henry are good ones to have. Friends. They have been meant a lot to us, and so has Tim and Carol, and we love them dearly. I can remember also playing in the barn at my house. I was raised on a farm, and Sarah came to see me. We were playing in the barn, jumping from rafters down into the hay, and oh, we were having the best time. We decided we'd go out of the barn, and Sarah went down first, and we would roll under the sliding door, not push it open and roll under it. Well, Sarah rolled under it, and she rolled back real quick. And I said, what's wrong, Sarah? She says, I just smacked my hand on a black snake. We had run the snake out of the barn, jumping and yelling and so forth. But we have a great time, and we're still having a great time. Love you bunches.
Thank you.
Well, when Joyce called me and asked me if I would say a little something, I said, well, I'm not very good at that, getting up in front of anybody and talking, so this is going to be very short. But I've been best friends with Sarah for 48 years, and we met when we were both working at in a W.O. factory. We were making men's pants, so we made a lot of men's pants. And from that time on, even though after I had my twins, we didn't work together, we have been the closest of friends. I have 2 biological sisters, but Sarah is my other sister. And she's always been like a sister to me, and we can go to each other without problems, and I love her. And I hope we have many more years together.
And just like throw it open, would anyone want to say anything?
I would.
Okay.
I just, when I was in high school, I used to meet the bookmobile where my mom worked at the store way out in Callaway. And that was, we waited all month to get books to read, and my grandmother would go on. And Sarah always had just the right books picked out for her. She knew what she liked to read. And I was really surprised to find years later when I started working for the library that hadn't changed at all. She still knew what people liked to read and had that for them. But Sarah hardly ever missed a day of work. But she did have to be out one time, and against Mr. Bassett's better judgment, they asked me to drive. And Sarah would always, she'd say, you need to do this. And we had this one driveway, and it was way up this long hill, and she said, no, you're going to have to back up there. And so we drove over there, and we took a look, and Shirley got out the door. She opened the door, which would open anyway when you were driving along the highway with an old bookmobile, would just all of a sudden do that. And I'd back a while, and I'd go forward a while, and I'd get back, and after about 15, 20 minutes, I got there. And the lady came out, she brought her books, and she got on the bookmobile, she looked at me, and she started laughing, and she said, I knew that wasn't Sarah. But Sarah is one of the kindest people that I've ever met in my life, and some of you might know that when I had breast cancer and was going through chemo, she invited me over for a meal. And she and Tim and Carol and Henry cooked the best meal. Bobby and I still talk about it. It's the best meal I think I've ever had, and it definitely had the best coconut cake, because she makes the best coconut cake in the world. And I just want to thank you, Sarah, for all you've done for everybody over the years.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Anybody else?
before Shirley says something I do. I've had the privilege of riding with Sarah on the bookmobile. When Shirley's not here, and people really get scared to death. When I was saying Shirley was, is Shirley retired? And she said, no, she'll be back. I'm just training. And Sarah took me under her wing, and she just worked and worked with me. And anything I didn't know that I had forgotten that Shirley had told me, Sarah could tell me. You know, she's one of a kind. And things that have happened with us on the bookmobile, they stay there, Sarah. I won't tell anybody. Nobody else will ever know. But she does know how to service her public. She treats people like they are one of her own. And that's something you just can't buy. You can't replace it easily. And she has a real rapport with everybody. I saw that firsthand, and I see how people respond to her out there and how she caters to them in a way that not many people would do, or were able to do, maybe. But, you know, even if I get out there and I don't know what I'm doing, I'll try to remember the things that you've taught me while I've been under, Sarah. And it's been a privilege to know you, and I expect to see a lot out of you. But I love you. Thank you.
Well, Ms. Hayes couldn't be here tonight, but she did call, and she did want me to say a few things to Sarah, because she wanted you to know, how sorry she was that she couldn't be here. So I wrote, she was talking fast, and I was writing fast, so this is what I hope I get what she said. She says that she was sorry she can't be here. She has a sinus infection, and she claims she caught that from you.
Long distance.
Took years to develop.
She says that she always thought that you and she would either die in the stacks, or you looking for easy books, or on some icy road. She says after many years of runny noses, kids climbing the shelves, chickens crossing in front of the bookmobile, trying to get to a stop and finding out the bridge is impassable and you have to back up at least a mile. And she says you're better backing up than she is driving forward, and I agree with that. She says she just thanks God that you never had any major problems, and except of course when the bookmobile caught on fire. She started calling you Fireman Freddie. And she remembers going by her house one day and her dog Buster running after the bookmobile, and you guys having to turn around and take the dog back because the dog kept running behind the bookmobile, having to tie him up so he wouldn't run behind the bookmobile. And she says she misses going to the nursing homes, that you taught her how important our elderly people were and how we need to treasure them. And she says by going to different areas of the community and talking to different people, she learned about the history of the county. And we all know how much Diane loves history and genealogy. And she says she learned a lot of that from you. She really enjoyed her years of working with you, and she wishes you much success in your retirement.
Shirley, you want to come on up?
Oh.
And for those of you who don't know, Shirley's been on the bookmobile with Sarah for about, 9 years now? And the comments she read just a moment ago were from Diane Hayes, who's on the bookmobile with Sarah for 10, 15 years? 12 years. So they got to know her pretty well. And Sarah, if you'd like to come up, please. Shirley's going to make a
I'm almost
presentation.
afraid to have her come up because she said she's going to hit me.
She's gonna be a
But she's gonna, I know she's gonna get me back. Okay. Sarah, we can't tell you how much we've enjoyed working with you over the years. I can't anyway, because you've just been so special to me, and we just had the best time.
We have.
David doesn't know where we might have been all the time. We'll keep that our little secret. But we do want to present something to you from all of your friends. I'm just going to read it here. It says, Certificate of Appreciation presented to Sarah Bussey, in recognition of her valuable contributions and outstanding service to the patrons of the bookmobile and the citizens of Franklin County, from the Board of Trustees, friends and colleagues at Franklin County Library. And this is for you and Mr. Bussey. When you guys get on the road, you can use that.
Okay. Thank you, Shirley. I love you, Shirley. Where's the one?
She's at home. She's a volunteer.
Yes, she has. Okay. Thank you, Shirley.
Oh, you're welcome, sir.
Anybody still hungry? There are a few pieces of pie back there. Everybody grab them now. Once again, thank you, Sarah, for all that you've done for the library, for the county, the patrons of the bookmobile.